Hi kids, and welcome to Sunday School. Today we're going to learn about the story of Samuel. In the land of Israel, there was a woman named Hannah, and she was married to a man named Elkanah. They loved each other, but they couldn't have a child. So one day, when they went to the temple, Hannah left the feast and decided to go alone and pray. She prayed for God to give her a son and promised to give him back to the Lord. Eli, who was the pastor at that temple, came to her and assured her that the Lord was listening to her prayers. Soon enough, Hannah's prayer was answered. She received a son. She named him Samuel, which means God hears. Okay, I hope you have your pens and papers ready. We're going to draw 4 U's, starting with the smallest out to the biggest. Now we'll make a partition in the middle and we'll connect them like this. This is to show praying hands. Now on your notes you're going to write Hannah prayed and got Samuel. I'll repeat, Hannah prayed and got Samuel. Make sure your notes are clean. Now when baby Samuel grew up, Hannah and Elkanah took him to the tabernacle, also the church, to stay with Eli, who was the pastor, and to help him in the church. Every year, she would make Samuel a coat and bring it to him at the temple during the feast. For point number 2, we'll draw a big U here and a slightly smaller U here. Give it some hair, eyes, nose, mouth. We'll draw 2 U's like this, and another 2 eyes and a smile. There's Hannah and baby Samuel. And we will write, Hannah gave him to the Lord. I'll repeat, Hannah gave him to the Lord. Samuel was a good boy. He made sure there was oil for the lamps and wood for the fire. He worked very hard. For point number 3, we'll draw a U with the curve, and we'll draw 4 smaller U's inside and 1 oval-shaped O. This is to represent the lamp. Now we will write, Samuel helped Eli take care of the temple. I'll repeat, Samuel helped Eli take care of the temple. One night, when Samuel was sleeping, he heard someone call him. He thought it was Eli, the pastor. For point 4, we will draw 2 U's downward, 1 U's upward, and the other one down. This is to represent Samuel's sleeping face. And we will write, one night, God called Samuel. I'll repeat, one night, God called Samuel. Make sure the picture is on the left side. And for point number 5, the picture is going to be on the right side. So we're going to draw 1 U up, 1 U down 2 times, 1 U for the nose, and then a smile, and give 2 dots for the eyes. Here we're going to write, but Samuel thought Eli called him. I'll repeat, but Samuel thought Eli called him. and so he went to him. But 2 times Eli told him that he didn't call him and told Samuel to go to sleep. For point number 6, we'll draw a big U like this, 2 small U's at the side, and we're going to draw 2 U's here. Then we'll use W's 4 times for the beard, and we're going to draw a smile. Then we'll draw 2 U's for the eyes, 1 U for the nose. Look at Eli, he's sleeping. We're going to write, Eli told him to go to sleep 2 times. Eli told him to go to sleep 2 times. Then suddenly Eli realized that maybe the Lord was calling Samuel. So when Samuel came the 3rd time, Eli told him to tell the Lord, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." For point 7, we're going to draw it the same way that we drew point 6, but on the left side still. This time we'll give him an O for his mouth. We're going to have his eyes opened. And here we're going to write, the 3rd time Eli told Samuel to say, "Speak, Lord, I am listening." I'll repeat. The 3rd time Eli told Samuel to say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." Hope your notes are clean so far, and I hope you have fun drawing the pictures, but the story is not over just yet. Samuel went back, he asked the Lord to speak to him. And the Lord told Samuel that Eli and his sons were doing evil and they must be corrected. We're at point 8 now. We'll draw a U, 2 small U's, and we'll use 3 W's for the hair. Then we'll draw 1 U up, 1 U down, 2 times with dots in the middle, 1 U down for the nose, and a smile. There we have Samuel. Now we're going to write the words, Samuel listened to the Lord. I'll repeat, Samuel listened to the Lord. Samuel told this to Eli in the morning, but Eli didn't correct his sons until one day they were out on war and they died. Eli cried so hard that he fell off his chair and he died. And Samuel soon had to become the pastor at the church. Samuel always listened and obeyed the Lord because of his experience with the Lord. He told the Jews to throw away their idols, and one time when he prayed, even the Philistines, who were Israel's enemy, started hurting themselves instead of hurting Israel. The Lord kept his children safe under Samuel's reign. And all Samuel had to do was listen and obey. Now for the very last one, we'll write the word Samuel, S-A-M-U-E-L. Now from the L, we'll write the word listens downwards. add the E, we will write OB before it, and YS. Samuel listened and obeyed. This is what we can learn from his life. Okay kids, I hope you finished your notes. Now, I have a small activity for you. Can you spot the difference? Here, let me count it down for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Did you find the difference? Yes, it's the teeth, isn't it? There's one tooth missing here. But how exactly can you find the difference? Only if you paid attention, right? That's what the Lord wants you to do when you listen to Him, to pay attention to His word, so that you can be fully obedient when you have received the word. Sometimes, as children, we may think that only grown-ups need to listen to God. But God wants everyone for their whole lives to listen to Him. So when you listen to someone, it's important to pay careful attention to what He says and does. The question is, how do we listen to God? Does He even speak anymore? While the Lord can definitely speak in audible voices, some of the more common ways today are, number 1, through dreams. Joseph and Daniel both asked the Lord for help, and how did He speak to them? Through dreams. The next way is through signs. Ever wondered what the rainbow really meant? It was a sign of God's covenant to Noah and the people on earth, so God can speak to you through signs. The next way is through His word. Matthew chapter 6 verse 11 tells us to ask the Lord for our daily bread. The more you read the word, the more the Lord answers your questions. The Lord can even speak through people, as written in 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 11. People like His servants must speak as the oracles of God. So when you go to God's servants, and sometimes even through your friends, your family, and even your enemies, the Lord can actually speak. So learn to listen and create an open atmosphere of hearing. So learn to listen and learn to obey. Thank you for joining our Sunday school. Have a good day.